Alright, let's get a game going. Eventually. Greetings, minions, engineers, and fellow gamers. God, it felt good to say that. This is Silverblade. Duh. And this is Space Engineers. And trying to get the message out that I'm live. Come on. Let's see, maybe I can. Sure. Okay, so it's not sending. It's not doing it right. Okay. Let me figure this out real quick because I'm okay. Copy link address. Okay, so got that tweeted. And we're back in the game. Don't know why Stream Deck wasn't acting like it should, but hey, Bloodbang, long time no see, buddy. Just getting this thing started. I had to be a little bit late tonight because, well, dinner was cooked late, and waiting on my sister to get home from grocery store in order to eat, and then I had a few things I had to wrap up, and we're live now. And yeah, the connection is a little bit dubious right now, but well, what I'm up to, up to 5'6" and 125 pounds on a soaking wet rainy day. That's a lame dad joke, but I'll take it. I'll own it. What you been up to, man? Go for it, man. Just waiting for the game to load up. Taking its own sweet time. It looks like we're about ready to get into the game. I was kind of thinking that was the route you're going with it. Alrighty. Hey, Pam. Now this is the point where I have to stop, and I had just begun, but I'm going to just stop, sit my happy ass down, and I have to give a big thank you. I mean big, and I don't want it to sound disingenuous, because I am filled with gratitude at what Pam has given me, and at the same time, I don't feel like it's ever going to be enough to thank. Oh, it's Leo too. Okay. Well, thank you both, Leo and Pam. And Amorphous, hey guy. I just want to say that I genuinely thank you guys for the gifts that you give me. Not only the box of duster to blow away a whole horde of dust that I have accumulating in here, but specifically for this monster of a computer. And by monster, I mean not only is it in terms of power, but the weight. The UPS guy dropped it on the doorstep, and my brother asked him, "Hey, is that thing heavy?" And he's like, "Yeah, yes." And then when I went to go get it, my brother was only helpful in not letting it smash. And I carried this thing by myself, but this thing weighs a ton. Hey, Wild Style. So, let you guys, the rest of you guys know what this is. It's a brand new computer. It's an i9 12900 KF. It's got an RTX 3080 in it, RGB up the wazoo, a Cooler Master 5000X, I think is what the model was, 32 gigabytes of Dominator, Corsair Dominator RAM at 5200 speed. Geez, there's a lot to it, but this computer, it's big, it's powerful, and it's got Windows 11 on it, which I've been, every now and then I come in my office here after, doing stuff for the family, and I'm trying to get myself, situated with Windows 11, because I was just getting used to Windows 10 after 2 years of using it, and now I had to figure out all the settings again for Windows 11 Pro. It's also got a NVMe SSD built onto the motherboard. I can't get around it to see exactly what the model was, but yeah, Leo and Pam, thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Even from the bottom of my mom's heart, she was like, "How much was this?" I'm like, "I don't know, but a lot." And her eyes bugged right out of her head. She's like, "Holy, holy shit!" So, yeah, I appreciate you guys more than I can say, and more than, like I said, I don't want it to come off as being disingenuous. I really, really do appreciate you guys. I love you guys before you guys even gave me anything, okay? You didn't have to do it, and I would never ask it of you guys. And the fact that you guys did it, I really, really, truly appreciate it. And to have Leo here to see it, as well as Pam, to hear about it, that makes it all worthwhile. I'll definitely max out all the details on the games. And I'll have, here's the thing. I have this new computer. I have the one I'm currently using, because I ain't using the new one yet. I haven't got things transferred over and all, so that'll take a few days. And then I have the computer I was using before this computer. Well, the one I was using, the one I'm using now is going to be a dedicated Bitcoin miner, and the one that I did use 2 years ago, that's been sitting outside my door. I got plans for that. It's when he stops acting like a little snert like a teenager, and he'll be getting that. I even got a hard drive just for him, or it's a solid state drive just for him because, well, he wants his data different, separated from mine. It's a whole other thing, but yeah, I got to get his computer all set up and out of the way. Then I could take the computer I'm on now and move that in the old computer's place and get the wiring all set up. And then this new computer, which I've named Brutus because it is a brute. It's just beefy, powerful, and heavy. That will be put where my current computer is at and wired up. And then I'll be able to take the screen that you see this game on and hook up to both computers, and then I could switch between the inputs to have two computers going on at once. So yeah, it's a lot of work to do on top of chores and stuff, but man, this is the kind of work I love. So yeah, thank you guys so much for getting me all teched up, as Pam says. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat here because I've been babbling and gushing, and yeah. There's not a hug big enough for both of you. Alright, well, with that all said and done, let's do some gaming, shall we? And this will probably be one of the last streams before I can get things moved over to the new computer, and Brutus can take over from there. Okay, so we need to dig out more. Yeah, at two, Brutus, at two. Okay, well, I need to check what is stone supply. Right, that's looking, and I could thin out a little bit. Yeah, there you go, Pam. Brutus is good. So far, the only thing I got hooked up, all set up on it is the lighting, and let's see what else. A lot of the time I've spent on it is just trying to figure out the Windows settings and the UI, because I'm really getting used to Windows 10. I'm really used to Windows 7, and so it's kind of like a relearning process for me. Oh man, that thing was packed so well that I don't think anything but a forklift driving through it would hurt it. But yeah, I managed to get it down the stairs by myself largely. Well, I have an old Dell keyboard and mouse that I was using for my computer outside the room. Let me see what's going on. Take care, Cohen. But yeah, I have a keyboard and mouse that are just this standard Dell one that I wired through the wall to that computer. Well, I brought it in to use on Brutus, and so I just I'll be switching it out for the keyboard that I got, and the mouse that you guys got me a while ago. But for right now, it's just kind of I have to maintain this computer for a period until I can transfer over names and passwords, and then I have like banking information and stuff. And the information with that is like if you try to log in from a new computer, even if it's from the same IP address, you know, they're like, well, we have to call you and verify, and so I have to go through all that process. But yeah, after a little while, it'll get up to snuff of what I have set up on this computer. Okay. Alright, so we still got some cargo containers that are full of stone. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get it all set up in gaming. Um, what I Instead of having it doing the Technicolor yawn, where it just blah, all this yellow, all these colors, I, I I prefer function over form, and so the coloring with the lights and all that, I have it set so that they're based on temperature. So the temperature of the video card, temperature of the fluid in the AIO, the package temperature on the processor, all those things. As they get warmer, they go from blue to green to red. So you can just at a glance know, ooh, it's getting warm or whatnot. Well, actually, I have to feel it, you know. I'm a nerd for that kind of data. I mean, on this computer, I have it set up that way, and I have it set up so that I have a display of CPU usage, and then I have through the task manager. Then I have MSI Afterburner up, so I can watch the temperatures that way, and also GPU usage and all that. And then I have IQ open where it shows graphs of all the temperatures. Like I said, I'm a nerd for that kind of stuff. Well, I hope you get to see your mom, Waldsow. And what my sister said, she's like, wow. She doesn't have to say much. She's just like, wow. I think a lot of it was disbelief. And my brother, he was just, without saying so much, you could tell he was green with envy. And then I guess he talked to Mom while I wasn't in the room. He's like, man, how'd he get so damn lucky? You know? It's not luck, it's a blessing. That's what it comes out to. Alright, I need to drill. Drill, baby, drill. Alrighty. See, another thing that I have to work on from this computer to the new one is transferring my save games. You know, I have to install Steam, install the game, and then, you know, get my save games on that. So it's almost a continuance type of thing. So it might not even tell right off the bat that I'm on a new computer, even though I'm in the same old game. Okay, so I'm thinking. Oops, what did I do? Let's see, put a sensor down. I think that's the right way. Definitely, definitely. As soon as I get it all set up, yeah, I'll have to put Brutus is playing. Alright, I need to figure out. Oops. So we got oxygen status. Let's make sure this is named right. So, oxygen indicator. Autographs. Then we got. Oops. Ironite. Let's do Issy and then I'll do that. Alright. Well, I'm glad you're able to see her. So I tell you, can't take those things for granted. And this one is not nice. When my dad, when my dad was, before he was sick, my dad and I didn't talk much, and it wasn't because we had a beef or anything. That it was quite the opposite. It's just my dad and I didn't need to talk much. We can communicate without having to say it. And when it come to projects in the backyard, we just knew what the other one was doing. When we mowed the lawn with 2 tractors, it was like a synchronized swing mowing kind of thing, and we knew we were always on the same wavelength. And so now that my dad's passed on, there's a lot of things I would love to hear from him. Even just mundane stuff that we normally wouldn't talk about. So, yeah, you can't take your parents for granted. They're not going to be around forever, sadly. But, make the most of what you got while you got it. See you, Morphus. Thanks for stopping by, man. Okay, what do I want to do? I actually need to rename. Monitor start. Let's see. We can set up. Trying to remember how this would work. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. So the goal is, all right, these monitors up here, while very helpful, tend to be quite laggy for the game. So what I want to do is make it so there's a sensor in here that when I'm in here, it turns the monitors on, and you can hear a dee like that. So when I'm in here, it turns them on, and when I'm out of here, it turns them off. So I'm thinking, okay, we could do it like this. Let's see. Come on. It's not labeled. Okay, so that should turn it on. And when this is tripped, let's see. Trigger now. So maybe that will work. Alright, now another thing I need to do is go into info and then sensors field range. So that'll make sensor field visible. Alright, as you can see, there's a box. When you step in, it beeps. So left extent. Oh, we can go really far. I need to go. Alright, we'll do right extent. Let's see. Go 7.5. Let's do. You can actually look at it from outside. Alright. Yeah, you can't take that kind of stuff for granted. I mean, there's no telling how much, you know, I miss my dad, and he was the heart and soul of our family. I would say he was the bones that we all stood on. Makes any sense. Mom was more like the heart. Dad was more like the brains of the family. Until I came around, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. some extent. Let's see how far down that goes. Yeah, it's gonna go out much further than that. Well, you know, I once wanted to be either a doctor or a teacher. And I would have been okay with either. A lot of it, I think, comes from always being in books. A huge bookworm. Well, let's put it like this. When I was in first grade, you know, you have kids that had their Cat in the Hat book and you know, Dr. Seuss and all that, and you know, teacher asked me to go pick out a book to read in the library, and I don't know why there was a college level book on astronomy, but I picked it up and I was hooked. Alright, that is too deep. Don't know how I got from, well, yeah, I do. Got from astronomy to computers, but that is because of my dad's influence. Let's see, front extent. It goes up, it goes down. Let's see, how do we get that here? Yeah, we'll go with that. It only comes out to here, so that's the bottom extent, I think. Unless you got it backwards. Let's see. That's an easy way of doing that. Extent 15 meters. Okay, so come out here. It looks like, yeah, we're covered the whole box. Sometimes you can't see the forest through the trees, I guess. Alright, so anytime I step within this shaded box, it should, emphasis on should, turn on the monitors in the control room. Alright, so as you can see, they say offline, and now they come online. going off again. Still in the box. Oh, it's the fickleness of youth. You know, it's just, you know, you want to be an astronaut, you want to be a pilot, you want to do this and that, be a fireman or whatever, and, you know, I was introduced to computers when I was 6 years old, and we owned our first computer when, let's see, Christmas 1984 is when we had our first computer. And from that point on, I was completely hooked. That was my downfall. Alright, so that's sort of set up right. Set of actions. Actually, this needs to be. So this is set to trigger now. That. And then trigger off. Maybe I'm getting the logic of that mixed up. Okay, offline. Should be coming on. Well, that's the thing. Since 1997, I've been running my own like freelance computer building and whatnot business. Let's see. So I wasn't a corporately run IT guy. Just if people someone needed a computer fixed, I would do it. And I wasn't like stuck to one particular company or anything. I worked for quite a few companies doing just basic IT work. In '99, I worked for the state of Michigan, and at the Family Independence Agency, which was formerly the Department of Social Services, which is what my dad worked in. In fact, my dad and I worked together. We both had the same boss. But yeah, I worked for the state in their warehouse. So basically, it's like all the counties would send their old computer parts and whatnot to the warehouse, and then we'd fix them up and send them back out. Or like when they get new stuff, we would put them all together, install all the software, and then we would ship them out to the various offices in the county or the counties, and that kind of stuff. We also did like office furniture and stuff like that. But yeah. Fun times. Trying to figure out how to make this sensor work the way I want it to. See, that would trigger it. I don't know about this one. Monitors are on. This is a free speech zone. As long as you're not attacking anyone or, you know, being malicious, you're entirely welcome to say whatever you wish. LCD, that's what I'm thinking of. Hopefully I'm doing these right. Stop. Turn off. Alright. Actually, shit. That's entirely wrong. So that triggers this one. Right. That's all good. You know, like I said, you know, as long as no one is being malicious towards someone or just being a nuisance in terms of, you know, I don't know, just detracting from the fun. You know, you can say whatever you want, just don't be malicious. So I'm obviously not setting these up right. Or they're turned off. Okay, screens are on, screens off. Screens on, screens off. There. Got it working. Cool. In other words, what Pam said is Silverblade is really good at just running off at the mouth. It's a nice way of saying I talk too much. I know what you meant. I'm just teasing. All right. Still. All right, I got to check the hole. Diggy hole. Let's see. There we go. Alright, we're getting closer to having a hanger. We just gotta get the rest of the hole dug out. Just do what you can with what you got. There we go. Here for a second. See, for me, teaching kind of comes naturally without even thinking of it. And what I usually do is teach something in a way that where I could understand it. So if I'm talking to someone, telling them how to do this or that, if I tell them in a manner that I can understand, usually it'll be something anybody can understand. And it's not by being patronizing or condescending or anything. It's just, hey, this is kind of how I figured things out, and then I explain how I figured things out. And generally speaking, that seems to be something that everyone seems to be able to absorb better without having to use big words. I guess it's just simplification without being patronizing, I guess. And it looks like The repair systems are eating my tires. Alright, let's put it there. Go to, there we go. And then 9. Whoa, it's a little wobbly. And then drop it back down. And yes, Wildstyle, Pam and Leo are awesome. Well, I'm glad to have met you too. I wouldn't say I'm an awesome streamer. I've only done just this handful of streams. I wouldn't even say I'm an awesome YouTuber, but I will take credit for being a semi-decent one. I try. I put effort into that, okay? Go get some salvage. Aww. Almost there. Are we there yet? No! Are we there yet? No! An awesome human being? Well, I have my faults. There's no denying that. I just try to be the best that I can be. And sometimes I fall short, so I'm trying to stay humble and still yet know where I stand, you know? Okay, great. Take it now. Oh. Group hug. Let's see. That's why. Some debris out here. Contrary to what my folks think, my family thinks, I can be humble, but I can also be very conceited and obnoxious in that way, at least to them. Over here. Looks like a lot of salvage on the horizon. Okay, that's a big chunk of ice. Surprised I'm not seeing NPC ships flying around that much. How much ice is in this dang thing? 22K. Right. Oh, there's a ship. Oh, just over the horizon. Alright. Got the last of that. Sick 'em, boys. Doesn't look like it. They sometimes do float in midair just because game glitches. It's just sitting there. Just waiting for my nanobots to tear it apart and put it in my storage. 25K. Okay. Alright, on to the next target. Yeah, it's probably because the white background kind of gives like a optical illusion to sometimes, you know, it doesn't help that there's not a whole lot in terms of depth perception for this game. Unless you're really on top of something. So, okay, ooh, okay. A whole ship down there. Salvage. Okay, what's the next spot? So we gotta get rid of that. Okay, this is station. Okay, so we can get rid of this right there. Alright, oh. A little turbo boost there. Just as long as they don't hit a bump, because that will... it will be catastrophic. Ooh, here we've got some... turn back, there's some debris back there. Whoa, almost tipping. So yeah, I got a lot of little pieces of debris around here. A lot of this stuff is littered all over the place, but this is a pretty concentrated area. There we go. Alright, onward. Groovy. So we let the nanobots do the work. At some point I want to get up to space and mine some asteroids for platinum and things like that. The stuff you can't get on the planets. Okay, I think we got our fill of debris. Let's see. Okay, there's some stuff over here. Basically, the base is doing all the work when it comes to digging out the hole for the future hangar, and there's not much I can do right now except pick up salvage and maybe pick a fight or two. Pick up this. I'll head back to the base for a little bit, get warmed up, and get all our gases. Can't see. There we go. Alright. So,
no fuel.
shoot. Okay, so we're locked. We'll turn the gyros off. Turn the lights off. Leave it at that. Oops. Now getting closer. where can I place this? Go. Let's get that wired in. Excellent. Let's go up on the bridge, or up on the command deck, and let's see. So we're doing good with that. Alright, you have a good night, Pam, and again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Good night. That's good. That froze up there. Oh, we're gonna get attacked. Sweet. Alright. Kind of curious as to how these Sea Whizzes will do. Once he gets in range, that is. Come a little closer. Stepped into the line of fire. Enough. He's dead. Where'd my body go? Where's my body? Yeah, I gotta find it. Gotta find it. I got shot off like this way somewhere. Wow. see where my body disappeared to. Oh yeah. Definitely 4th of July, but I don't... Huh.
Fuel low.
Shit. Oh, 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 ah. Oh. Well, you can't say that wasn't exciting. Wasn't paying attention to that. Hmm. What is shooting? Vulcans and Aidens. Okay. My salvage opportunities are going up in smoke. Oh! That was a mistake. Big time mistake. Let's see, did I put... I thought I put a projector on this thing. Yeah. I have to activate this thing. What? There we go. Oh, there was a battery blown out on it. Okay, that explains a lot. And I don't have any tools on me. Crap. What? Okay, that's not right. For some reason, the Polaris fell into the trench. Don't know how it got disconnected. It shouldn't have happened. And I think it may have been one of the glitches that the game is prone to. And I can't find my body. Usually you drop your backpack that has all your tools in it, and it doesn't show me where my backpack's at. So that sucked. Didn't help that I drove into the antenna of that ship I took down. I was more than willing to just let that go and be forced to repair it, except that no tools and the glitches persist. Yeah, I really can't wait to get this new computer all set up and ready to go. gonna take me a little bit though.
Fuel critical.
Alright, let's gas up. Yeah, we'll take this. Damn it. Alright, take 2. So the ship looks fine. That's a big boy. Oh yeah, it's very CPU dependent, and it'll crank. I mean, like right now, with this computer, it's a i7 8700K. I think it's 6 cores, 12 threads, and like it's already at let's see, spiking up to 85% usage, and at the low end it's like 45, depending on what's on the screen. And then my video card is maxed out, so it's getting a workout. So I have on this computer, I have a box fan that has a filter built into the back, and it's blowing on my case. You know, I have a tempered glass side, and I took that off and put my box fan there to constantly blow air into the case so that it cools off, pushes air through the fans that go through my radiator to cool my processor, and then to also push out the hot air of my video cards. Oh shit. Oh shit. Back it up a little bit there. Now with Brutus, my new computer, I won't have to have a box fan in front of, you know, on the side of my computer. It'll just, hopefully anyway, it'll stay cool as long as the air in the room is cool. No, I don't think I've heard of that game. Kind of sounds cyberpunkish. Just from the name, anyway. See any goodies in here? Yeah, I ought to bring the Polaris over here, but I think the holes on it are completely filled with stone. So I won't be able to do anything with it until I can get that hole dug out and all that stone gets used up by the gravel sifters.
Inventory full.
Oh boy. That looked like it was gonna fall right on top of my head. Mm. Back away from the collapsing structure. Sounds like Wall-E, the game. At least going by your description, Junk Punk sounds like Wall-E, the video game, instead of the movie. Sorta, kinda. It's gonna take a spell. Is it on Steam? Yeah, I'll have to look it up on Steam a little later. And we're just clearing the tundra. I need to find my tool bag. Got parts in there. Don't know where my body parts are. I think what it was, I stepped too close into the line of fire and had my ass blown off and blown clear across the ground. So I don't even know if it's salvageable or not. If not, I suppose I got some extras in here. Some cargo container. Yeah, here we go. Alright, and I had a whole bunch of these. Oh! I realize what happened now. When I died and my body got thrown all over the place, the nanobots picked up my stuff and put it in the inventory. Because I had 3 of these and 3 of these, which are oxygen and hydrogen, and I had these color tools, or these levels of tools, and they just so happened to be in this one container in the almost the exact same order as I had on me. Not too shabby. Let me juice up a little bit. So I didn't lose my tools. The nanobots kept my tools from being alone in the wilderness. Well, that's a relief. Alrighty. So I'm trying to think of a way to harvest this stuff, you know, all these ships and stuff, without having to do it myself. Like setting up drones to patrol the area, and if they come across debris, then they'll have like a nanobot build a repair kit that will pick up the item and put it in a cargo hold, and then after a certain amount of time it will land, deposit the goods, charge up, and then go off again to find out more stuff. That would be pretty cool and not hyper complicated, but challenging at least. Debris out here. I think what I could also do is design a fleet of rovers, not necessarily flying ones. Well, it'd be probably be best for flying ones, but I can make a mother ship rover on a large scale, just for cleaning up wrecks like this. The only thing is, rovers tend to be kind of finicky in this game because of the terrain. I think they just recently, the game developers, fairly recently anyway, kind of got wheels right, and it took them a long time just to get a handle on pistons and rotors. So I don't know, but I did hear that there's news of an update of what the community wants on the way, as well as other things and new blocks. And then I heard that there's Space Engineers 2 is in development. So that is like a couple years away, 2-3 years away. So maybe they'll take what they learned from making this game and improve on it in the next game. I know the game engine will be updated. I can't remember what it's called, but this is like proprietary game engine number 2, and number 3 is what is out and available now. So hopefully we'll get some game improvements.
Inventory full.
Okay. Yeah, if I make a bigger rover, then I can have more storage space in it. Like right now I only have 2 cargo containers. That one's almost full.
Inventory full.
Scusi. think what I need to do is take off some turrets on the base, because they tend to go a little bit crazy and not really care about their fellow turrets right next to them. Doing pretty good so far. So far, so good. And I'm gonna have to come around it. Yeah, no kidding. Well, it is pretty. I mean, besides me smoking. You know, being a smoker, it's really dusty in here. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Okay, anything else? Looks like it's about it. Don't worry about me. I'm not planning on croaking anytime soon. Hey, there's my body. It just got gobbled up. I've been recycled. Oh, there he is. Ah! Just as I was about to pick his bones and saw him in half. Huh. I don't know if they're a proprietary algorithm or not, but just before I do this, project door. Okay, should keep her running. I'm not lined up. Shoot. Oh, bang. Okay, and we should be good. Funkin' groovin', man. Okay, so we're doing good on power. Kind of no doubt about that. You look, see my solar panels are doing good. Big ass field of them, double-sided, and directly aiming at the sun. So output is kind of fluctuating, but batteries are all charged. And these minor dips is probably from readjusting the alignment. Yeah, you have a good night, Wildstyle. I hope you enjoy getting to visit your mom. Alright. Good night. Okay. Alright. I think before I end the stream, I'm gonna chop out. Oops. I'm gonna chop out some of the turrets. Leave the ones in the front and just these back here. Do that. Alrighty, man. You take care, Colin. About to end the stream anyway, so perfect timing. Alrighty, anybody else that's watching, everybody else that has been talking and chatting, have a good night. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Twitch.